Well, we are back for another week, and just so you guys know right off the bat, this is being recorded a day earlier, which means we are recording it on the Wednesday before it goes up, just because of so many things happening on Thursday and Friday. So with that in mind, you guys can expect the Falcon and the Winter Soldier first episode to be up on Friday afternoon. Of course, the audio commentary is a big push here we're doing for the members, so check that out. And of course, all the other various topics we roll out throughout the weeks and months, from gaming videos to topics we don't discuss here on the main channel to various other things. There's all sorts of stuff coming out throughout the week, so make sure you check it out. And for those that are wondering, the Snyder Cut audio commentary will be happening. It's just going to take a different approach to how we do it. And I can promise you that will not be rolled out the same way as typical audio commentaries, but that's for down the road when we get to it. So with that in mind, thank you to all of our longest subscribing members. You guys are awesome. Thanks for all the support. Tossing us a few bucks a month really does go a long way because of the inner workings of the system. It's like trying to fight Hydra. You just cut off one head, and in this instance, like 20 take its place, so might as well just stop and just conform. Either way, though, thank you. Let's get to the podcast. Yes, coming at you from the future. Boy, that Falcon and Winter Soldier and that Snyder Cut. Mwah. Chef's kiss masterpieces. I mean,
I've currently not watched either.
Exactly, same. At the time of this recording, we have not watched it. We were just discussing watching the Snyder Cut tomorrow, which should give people a frame of reference here. But as always, this is your host, Armin, and I am just about as tired as the man who always joins me on here, which of course is Mitch.
Hey, you can follow me on Twitter, Mitch692, and also catch me again on the Nerd Academy podcast, where we talked about WandaVision for that season review.
So I will have that actually linked up for you guys. It'll be one of those little pop-ups. Go check that out. Him and our buddy over at the Nerd Academy, they have a pretty good discussion. I only got to listen to about an hour of it because, again, I was at the doctor's office, and that's a kerfuffle to try to get a damn thing and stab it in your arm. But either way, though, it's pretty good. You guys go into I like the contrast you guys have because you had some differing opinions, and he
threw me for a loop. You can really tell he threw me for a loop right at the end. I'm just saying words at this point, and then it's been in my brain the last couple of days. I'm like, what the hell was that?
That's always good. That's always good. Well, see, here on this podcast, we're just yes men to Kevin Feige. So when somebody introduces anything that's not a yes, Kevin Feige, I am honestly a loss for words. So I don't know what to say until the paycheck lands. Yeah. So I don't like. Yeah.
I mean, it's got the script. So how do you know what to say?
True, and the problem is, like, this morning, Biden wired me the script and not Feige, so I guess now I gotta yell at Feige, be like, oh, get the script in if you want me to praise their Winter Soldier. Feige. Moneybags. So yes, you can find us here or wherever the hell else. For those people that are wondering, have I not been playing Call of Duty because I haven't mentioned it? No, I literally have not had time to play damn Call of Duty, but once Verdansk is rebuilt or nuked or whatever the hell happens, I hopefully come back to it. Yes, the video games. And I've also been playing my Series X a lot. And I mean a lot. Actually, I'm using it for backwards compatibility. Like, I'm replaying through all the Dead Space and all the like older survival horror games that were on the Xbox and the original Xbox 360 and stuff. So that's what I'm doing mainly.
I miss Dead Space.
Yup.
I miss it.
So, like, I beat 1 as masterful as I always remember it. 2, I always remember being like, it's not as good. No, it's just about as good as number 1. Like, it is. Yeah. It is.
I love Dead Space 2.
Yeah, Dead Space 2 is, I think even I underrated it because it's like, look, it can't live up to Dead Space 1. But then I started 3. I'm like 3 hours into it at this point. That game is a train wreck of everything wrong that EA could possibly do to one game and just ruin everything. It's just, what the hell happened? Oh, Lord.
See, I have really good memories of that game because the co-op was really fun and how they actually did it was really fun, and I haven't played it since.
That's the best part, but like otherwise, if you're playing it alone, oof.
Yeah, I can't imagine, and I don't know how it plays alone because I never actually played it again. So.
So, kids, if you're listening to this, actually, I shouldn't say that. I was just actually checking the demographics. So, actually, no, hold up. I will inform the people listening to this before we get into the show what the exact stats are, because YouTube's been doing updates, and they made...
Are we in that, like, 18 to 34 range or whatever the hell it is?
Well, they actually made it a lot easier. There's just now an audience tab that tells you everything. And it's like literally a click away. So I will look at it for right here. Okay, so our most popular demographic with 39% is 25 to 34.
Good.
Yep. Second most popular, 35 to 44 with 22%. And 18 to 24 is third with 22%. And then everything else under. Our smallest demographic is 13 to 17-year-olds.
We don't hit with the kids.
No, we're not the hip unless my hip pops, and then I'm really hip. Which
too old for the kids.
I think we must have turned them away when we pissed off that one dude being like, "Who the hell remembers He-Man? These guys are ancient."
God, imagine getting mad about He-Man.
He doesn't know who the master of the universe is, quite clearly.
Yeah, clearly.
Yep. Well, with that in mind, I guess we're just going to get into these here topics. So let's jump into... I suppose we now have an idea of at least the direction they're going with for the villain for Secret Invasion. I don't want to say it's like straight up, oh, this is the confirmed villain we're getting. Because many people are just jumping on Super Skrull, but...
Yeah, that's the one I've seen jump around. It's like, no.
Yeah.
No. Was he even in that story? I assume he had to have been. I can't remember. I haven't read it in way too long.
Yeah, I don't even remember, honestly. Secret Invasion is so far removed. Like, that's the one thing I haven't read in... Oh, boy. I can't even honestly tell you how long it's been. It's been that long.
It's the mid-2000s, isn't it? So, no. It's good going on 15 years since it came out.
It's probably been since, like, 2010 that I haven't read it then. Yeah, it's been like 11 years, which is, oh my god,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
See, all I remember are Skrulls and I can't remember. It begins with a V, but she's like the Skrull Queen or something.
Yeah.
That's
all I remember is every issue had to have a stinger of another reveal to get you to buy the next one. Same with every time. Yeah. And I was like, oh my god, it was like the CW format of a comic book.
I wouldn't mind if the show did that, honestly. Just like, hey, this person was a Skrull, but obviously don't make it like redundant everything.
Well, that's kind of what I was getting to, because that format would honestly work for it, because like we've seen Skrulls pop up in a couple things now, post-credit scenes specifically, so they're slowly getting that build up. And when people are like, well, who do you think the villain is going to be? I'm like, here's my thing. I honestly just think he's going to be like a suit framing innocent people, and they're gonna be like, oh no, like I have a swerve in mind. I don't know why. I feel like they're gonna throw us for a loop, be like, oh, it's not what you expected.
They can't go, oh yeah, this person was a Skrull the entire time. It wouldn't work.
No,
it would not work. It works in comics because different medium and people don't age, and like timeline of events can be changed about. In live action, you got a lot more restrictions.
Remember, in the comics, Spider-Man has only been Spider-Man for 8 years. So
yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah, that sliding timeline. Same thing with Frank Castle. It's like, which war was he in? I don't know. What's the most recent one? We just pretend it's that one. But you said he was in Nam. No, we didn't. But you acknowledge. No, we didn't. Never mind. Screw it. It's like, so you can't do that with like Secret Invasion, which makes me think that this guy isn't going to be anything like. I don't think it's like a big global blue laser villain. Like,
I mean, hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Yeah.
That's not one division that bit, because that was unfortunate.
Can't wait till Falcon and Winter Soldier ends with U.S. agent beaming a blue laser.
Yeah. He is the laser. That's the twist.
Oh my god, that's the twist. He's a living laser. It's an actual just walking laser.
Don't. I would pay good money for
I would love to see a living laser. That's what I'm going with.
Goofball character.
This character that they cast for Secret Invasion is a living laser. That's it. That's it.
Not even a Skrull. It's just living laser.
Just living. Well, that's sort of what I see people fixated on. They're like, it's got to be a Skrull. I'm like,
I mean,
why
it's gotta
though?
be right.
I mean,
It's got to be right.
it does, but maybe it doesn't. That's sort of the way I look at it. I'm like, maybe it doesn't. Like, I believe it is, but I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just don't know. Like, Secret Invasion seems like it's going in different, like, directions.
It's going in a different direction, but
yeah.
I mean, it could be a Kree, I suppose.
Yeah, that's true.
Resetting up the scrolls, play it that way. But...
I mean, see, that's what I was gonna say. Or maybe it's one of those things where it's a Skrull, and maybe he's like double crossing or triple crossing. We don't really know. It's like, oh, okay, like because again, Secret Invasion. The moment you toss Nick Fury in there, I'm expecting some espionage stuff, and you know.
Oh yeah,
so
100%,
yeah.
It's got to be all spy thrillery, you know.
Yeah. Either way, though, I'm excited. I am willing to put money down on it, saying it's not Super Skrull. That seems like a waste. Like,
no, if it'll be something like Talos.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
No, there was a name when Captain Marvel was coming out being thrown around for a Skrull character, and I cannot remember who it was, but I'd put money on that.
True. Yep. Like so. Yeah. Nothing more to say to that. When we know more, we'll know more. The series starts shooting this summer, so I mean, we're gonna know more real soon. So.
Yep.
Stay tuned if you guys have any ideas. Kevin Feige and actually multiple people have recently kind of talked about the whole Shield Hydra history in the MCU, and they said it's not out of the question that these, I guess, organizations or companies, entities, whatever you will, are gone forever, right? It's like they could come back down the road somewhere, which, do you think this is a hint towards... Yes,
100%.
They're coming back, or it's.
Yeah. I don't think you drop that out there and then never bring it back.
Yep.
This is hey, we're kind of planning this thing. We don't know where and when yet, but we're planning the comeback.
Here's the thing that like made me automatically like perk up and be like, wait a second, I remember this. It reminds me of the interviews Kevin Feige was doing before Infinity War. And same with the Russo brothers, where like, are we ever going to see Red Skull again? And they're all like, well, down the road, the Red Skull could make an appearance again, but we just have to figure out the right situation. And they're saying that same thing in this instance. I'm like, you know, I get that same type of vibe with Shield and Hydra. It's like, you know, you can always reform S.H.I.E.L.D. in a new way, and S.W.O.R.D. is sort of a, you know, spin-off of it technically, and it's like Hydra has always evolved to something else. Like, I mean, for all we know, the Ultimatum organization in Falcon and Winter Soldier will turn out to be a new incarnation of Hydra, led by Madam Hydra. True. It's like, oh, all right. Like,
I'm say it's easily done.
Yeah. And I mean, S.H.I.E.L.D., the series... they really went into that angle with Hydra. Like, they set up who was that character that Ward turned into? Hive, was it, I think?
Hive, yeah.
Yeah. Like, they really went deep with that. They're like, oh yeah, Hydra was founded on the base of this Inhuman. It's like, huh. Boy, that was complex history. Like,
in hindsight, that was a mistake.
Yeah.
There wasn't any need.
I mean, that's when still Inhumans was supposed to be a big deal movie, you know? So it's like, ooh,
yeah,
the misstep there, bro. Like,
no, I think not having a Shield in the Hydras, it doesn't feel like Marvel.
Yeah.
It feels weird that they're not there, but it's, you know, they can always come back. No, Hydra laying low after the whole Winter Soldier bit makes so much sense.
Oh yeah, of course. Like, Hydra's not gonna reform as Hydra again. Like, that's not. You don't reform as the same organization. Like, and I've seen some people say, well, when a company goes under, they don't come back. I'm like, dude, Sega went under 20 years ago with the Dreamcast, and they're still around. Like,
literally Toys R Us right now.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they're literally making a comeback.
We're watching it happen, so. But, you know, there's so much left to do with Hydra. Like, you could do the whole massive council thing, and now that we have mutants and everything else, we can have that properly. So maybe you reform them with that as the center of it, and you can go with that.
Yeah, it would work.
So, you know, bring in Hive properly, do Madam Hydra. I cannot remember the other ones. Is it Gorgon? Was Gorgon one of them?
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. I,
Yeah.
I would also tie in other elements as well of like, some of those more obscure organizations in Marvel Comics, which there is plenty of to go around. Like,
Yeah, we've yet to have AIM.
yeah.
In like the 13 years we've had this thing, we have not had AIM properly.
Well, okay, somebody will call you out because technically we had AIM with Aldrich Killian and Iron Man 3.
We have not had AIM properly.
Yeah, yeah.
There's not been a single beekeeper suit.
And we saw concept art for him for Ant-Man 2.
We did.
So, like, hopefully that would be kind of cool if Hydra evolved into AIM or something. Like, that would be really awesome. So, well,
Yeah, just make AIM the cover up.
yes, that would work, though.
MODOK in charge.
Oh, need that. Need MODOK.
MODOK's too good just to be relegated to a stop motion series.
Yeah, he is.
My live action giant floaty head.
Well, when we find out more from the powers that be over at Marvel, we'll talk about it. Like I said, won't be surprised if there's something with these in Falcon and Winter Soldier as we get to the end of the series. So, I guess we'll pay attention and we'll see what happens. So, it's been revealed that at least 3 projects will be set up on the heels of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier by the time it ends. Now, this has caused a lot of discussion. People are speculating, what exactly does this mean? Is this them sort of doing like a Mandalorian style where it's like, hey, look, we got these characters in here, or is this more like a direct, well, yeah, after this, you're going to have a new Captain America, so maybe a new Captain America series. Like, what do you think? What's your angle on this one?
I'm assuming Thunderbolts.
Yep.
For one.
Yep.
I wouldn't be surprised if we get like a new Shield show.
Ooh.
Because why would you not? Oh, Captain America's back. Let's bring Shield back.
What do they call it? Cannon Shield?
Yeah.
The shield that actually matters.
It's that damn logo on the Legends thumbnail being the same as the Coulson Academy thing. It's like that is. I'm torn on it. It's either full of crap or it is 100% intentional.
Intern didn't care, and Kevin Feige's going to give him a suplex or a power bomb through a table, or it's intentional. It's one of those scenarios. Nothing else could be it.
So I want it to be intentional. I wouldn't be surprised if it was just, that's a cool PNG. Let's use that one.
Yeah.
But, we'll have to wait and see on that. But I wouldn't be surprised if Shield comes back out of this. I can't think of what a third one would be.
So I'm agreeing with you with the whole like Thunderbolts, because you literally see the pieces and everything they're doing setting up Thunderbolts. It's not coincidental.
Yeah,
like that's coming 2024, 2025. That's got to be it. I'm with you on Thunderbolts. I personally do feel that this series is getting a sequel. It's not going to be Falcon and Winter Soldier 2.
No, it'd be like Captain America or something.
Exactly. Captain America and the White Wolf, or whatever moniker he's going to take up if he does get a new name, or they're just going to keep calling him Winter Soldier indefinitely.
They just keep calling him Winter Soldier. They never called him White Wolf outside of one post-credit scene. And it's just kind of like, cool, that was the thing that happened. Let's move on now.
Yep, yep.
That was a mistake. Let's carry
on. I also, a part of me suspects War Machine. Like,
yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, Armor Wars being set up. Yeah. Which again makes sense for Shield coming back. You can have Rhodey be quite high up in Shield.
That would be kind of cool if he's like, hey, I'll reform Shield in a new image. Like, this is going to be done properly. Yeah, that would really work. And we're going to start by cleaning up these stolen armors. Oh.
Poor Tony.
Brings in Agent Coulson, who's just alive, and they don't even acknowledge the TV series. They just nod at each other. Like,
well, let's say hypothetically that does happen. How do you bring Coulson back? Do you just ignore the TV show entirely and be like, yeah, that was in this timeline, but in our timeline, events similar happened? Or happened similarly to make it.
I would do the Marvel explanation of the Infinity Stones in Guardians, where he shows up and they're like, "Didn't you die?" He goes, "It's a long story. If you ever have 7 or 8 years, I don't have to tell you about it." Like back when, like, nod to it, wink to it. 7 or 8 years for the seasons it took.
But the amount of stuff because then you got to question where's Matt, because Matt's in charge of Shield now, and it's like, well, if Shield's only just coming back, Matt can't be in charge of it.
No. Don't worry about it. No, don't worry, Mitch. Everybody stopped at season 5. We know this for a fact.
I mean, it's the correct season. Yeah, that is the correct ending of the show. It's like Scrubs. It didn't end at season 9. It ended the season before.
Even though I like this, like, there's quite clearly, and there's an argument to be made on it ending on season 5 because they go all insane multiverse after that. So it's like you could technically just cheese it to that point and be like, this is where it sort of stops and it diverges into multiverses. So, it's, and I think that's definitely something that gets a mention or a spin-off because, I mean, even recently Kevin Feige talked about it. He's like, "Oh, I would love to work with Clark Gregg again." Well, okay. I mean,
yeah.
It's
That means he is confirmed.
Yeah. Well, there's also that speaking of the spin-offs, if you remember, I think it was Clark Gregg that first spoiled that he was like chatting it up on set with Tom Hiddleston or something, and Hiddleston told them they were shooting like 12 episodes or something. It's like, like, so is Coulson? I mean, people have already speculated that Coulson's probably going to appear in one of the multiverse series. Loki would kind of make sense because the whole death.
I was going to say, Loki would make a lot of sense to have Coulson in it.
Yep. So, I mean, there
just
you
bring
go.
Coulson back, man.
Yeah, we need him back. I don't care if I had all these other things with him. I want him back more.
Yeah. You haven't got to explain where he is to Cap and Iron Man anymore. He's only got to explain where he is to... Actually, even Natasha hasn't got to explain that.
Yeah.
You've got, what, Clint, Thor, and Banner.
Yep.
So 3 of the originals are left. So he's just like, hey, I've only got to explain it to these 3 characters that weren't that big at the time. So
I would also say you could probably set up, along with that, you could set up like a Moon Knight or a Punisher. I mean...
Yeah, with Madripoor being tied heavily to the hand, you could set up Daredevil.
Yep. Yeah. Like...
It's a very easy Daredevil setup.
Like, it gives you that opportunity. I mean, who knows where all over the globe they go. I mean, there's speculation that they will be in New York, so there you could drop something in. Like, we just don't know, but I do like that they're saying, hey, look, this is setting up multiple new projects. It's like, well, is it new as in we know about them, or is it new as in we haven't announced them yet, but we will? Like, that's the...
I assume if we knew about them, they'd be playing it like how they played with WandaVision and Doctor Strange.
Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point.
Because they've never hidden that fact that directly leads into this.
I mean, they were pretty much slapping us in the face with the fact that it's
exactly.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, it's just like, oh yeah, it sets up multiple things. Yeah, cool. You have no idea what they are yet.
Yeah.
So give it around Comic-Con time, and I imagine we'll get another slate. Because that's our lives for the rest of time now. Every 6 months you get a new slate.
This is what you have to try to live for. This right here. Don't worry about anything else.
Somehow I've got to pay for the Hot Toys collection that I got to start. So
that's a multiverse rabbit hole itself. Trust me.
I know.
And I just know I'm ready to be just completely wiped out with Falcon and Winter Soldier because I gotta get Falcon. I gotta get that Captain America suit when he eventually puts it on. So it's like, damn it. And that's gonna be the expensive one because the wings cost. The wings cost.
Yeah, the wings are gonna be expensive. Yeah.
God damn it.
But you could always, get knockoff Cap and go Walker.
Well, I probably will though.
I probably will.
Damn it. Well, that's that. If you guys have any ideas of spin-offs you think they might do, I don't know, let us know down below. We'll see what people... So Deadpool 3 has had a interesting road ever since the acquisition. It went from, it's definitely not happening probably, according to Rob Liefeld, to, I'm so happy they realized he's money and they listened to me, which they didn't listen to you, Rob. They know he's money.
No, they said from the start they're doing Deadpool 3. So.
Right. So we know it's happening. They did change writers, though. It's Kevin Feige is putting his stamp on it and not letting Ryan Reynolds run rampant, which is it's the smart choice. That's, you know.
Yeah, look what happened with Deadpool 2. You don't let Ryan Reynolds off the leash.
I'll be real with you. I don't want to watch Deadpool 2 ever again.
Neither way.
A couple months
ago.
It
was on TV the other day, and I was just like,
yeah.
Yep.
Which then brings us to the news. I'm conflicted about this one because we know Deadpool 3 is happening. It's like, okay, it's happening. It's part of that. It's coming to the MCU. But then you see multiple actors, such as Josh Brolin, who was like, I don't know if I'm in that. And now you have the Domino actress, I believe it was, Zazie Bates. Yep, she's like, nobody's talked to me about it.
If there's one crime to commit when it comes to Deadpool, it's you get Zazie Beetz back.
Yep.
For the love of God, the one good thing about that movie.
Yep.
Get her back, please.
I mean, she was so good. Like, so good. And she had, like, going into that movie, we saw the outrage. She had the ultimate uphill battle, and the fact that people that were against that casting walked out of that movie going, actually, she was really good. Probably the standout. It's like, yep, you did a good job at convincing people. So, it's...
And then she done Joker.
So she's responsible for killing the MCU. That's what you're telling me.
Yeah.
God damn. That's why Kevin Feige doesn't want her.
I mean, makes sense. Yeah,
it does.
That's fair.
So, so to kind of bring that around, I mean, I believe that they're gonna get everybody back if it's a proper Deadpool 3, right? Like,
I mean, it depends what they do.
Yeah.
It depends how you handle it. You know, you could maybe get him back for a scene, and then all of a sudden he's not in that place anymore. Just depends how they handle it.
Yep. It could also be a part of me believes that how they're going to do it is pick up right where Deadpool 2 leaves off, right? And he's going to mess with that little watch, and then he's just going to like step out back into the team lair or something, and they're just all gone. And he's like, where the hell am I now? And it's just posters of the Avengers or something everywhere. He goes, oh, God damn it. Like, part of me feels like they're going to completely just take those characters and be like, yep, they're gone. Like, here's Deadpool and he's alone.
See, here's how you do it. You start the movie with him getting up out of bed. It was a dream all along. Oh. Deadpool 1, Deadpool 2 didn't happen. They were just dreams. Go along with Deadpool 3.
Now it makes sense why the continuity doesn't make sense, because dreams are jumbled. That just makes sense, yeah. This is exactly why they use the same X-Jet scene for 3 different X-Men movies.
We got to save money on the CGI.
God damn it, Fox. So cheap. This is why you went under.
Just flip it. No one will notice. It's fine.
Oh.
No, that's like... You know, you got Occam's razor it a little bit. Don't go the overly complicated route of doing multiverses with Deadpool. Just say it was a dream. It's in character. It's fine.
Get really in your face with the obvious. Like,
yeah.
Or maybe just have him... Honestly, the way I would do it is like sort of like that, or have him be telling a story. And he's like, and that's one version of what happened. Now let me tell you this tale. And it's just like he's in the MCU. You're like, oh, okay, sure.
Yeah. No, don't explain how he's there, why he's there, why he hasn't been there. Just go with it.
Yep.
You don't need his origin. Just go with it.
And just bring along the actors that were good, which was actually most of them. Just bring them along.
Or one way you could do it is you ape the old Spider-Man Raimi intros where it does the recaps in the webs.
Mm-hmm.
Do something like that. But all of that is just a fever dream for him being experimented on.
Yeah.
In the Weapon Plus program. And then he wakes up and that's all in his head. And that's why he's kind of crazy.
Yeah. That would honestly work because, again, he is a product of the Weapon program. So, yeah. Who's responsible for this? Captain America, huh? I'm going to go, oh, he's an old man now. Well, goddamn.
Maybe that's what Falcon the Winter Soldier setting up.
I have no doubt they're setting up the Weapon X program. Like,
if they're going on about the legacy of the Shield being complicated, you have to do something like that, surely.
You have to. It's literally the only thing you can do. Like,
yeah.
Huh.
It's just like, it's right there. Come on. No, that's how I play Deadpool. I keep it short and simple. You
Yep.
give the little nod that like we're going to acknowledge this thing, but it was all in his head. And what more Deadpool can you get?
Exactly. And then just bring in the actors that worked and say that they're the versions here, and there you go. Like, it's
Exactly.
self-explanatory. So when they do it, hopefully it's done well. So we can all sort of suspect that Doctor Strange is 100% in Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, we don't have the trailer or anything or like a full cast list confirmation, but there's like the photo which definitely looks like Peter and friends are in the sanctum, and like, there's stuff there. It ties into the multiverse, which Kevin Feige said and everything. And in a recent interview, Benedict was asked about it. He's like, well, things, stuff, and then he just kind of deflects it and goes on. So to me, that's like, yeah, you confirmed it. Like, you did the thing where you confirmed the thing, but you can't really say it. And it makes sense. Like, even when Homecoming was coming out, they were like, well, we see that Iron Man would be the logical mentor, and then down the road it's probably going to be Doctor Strange. It's like, well, yeah, like, and we see that sort of playing in now, so it's like, yeah, it just fits right here, especially dealing with the multiverse concept. Now, how they deal with the multiverse concept, because, again,
I say how he actually works in this movie is the interesting bit.
Yeah, like, how do you fit that? How does that even make sense? Like,
because Spider-Man's before Doctor Strange, isn't it? Or is it after?
It's before, like months before, like 6 months before or something.
See, I need to. They need to release the timeline of these things.
Yeah.
You had Far From Home, which was like 8 months after, but then the two shows you've got after that are in between that and Endgame.
Yeah.
And now we got the next Spider-Man, but Doctor Strange can't be too far removed from WandaVision. So it's like, is No Way Home... I assume No Way Home's got to be really close to Far From Home.
I mean, No Way Home looks like... Because we know they were recording literally scenes right after the ending. So it's picking up right after there. And we get into a scenario where it's like... So, does Spider-Man come out and Doctor Strange is in it, but he doesn't acknowledge what happens with him and Wanda? Because we gotta assume that Multiverse of Madness takes place before Spider-Man No Way Home. Like, that would be my assumption.
Well, I would assumed it takes place afterwards.
So the multiverse just leaks somehow? Like,
yeah, there's got to be something.
It's Madam Web.
Oh God, imagine. See, I really... The more I think about it, the more the Doctor Strange doesn't know what chaos magic is and doesn't believe it's a thing makes sense.
Okay.
If you can't be attracted or drawn to something like Agatha was, if you don't know it's a thing.
Yeah.
It's like, a normal person isn't going to be attracted to magic spells in general because you're not aware of it. You don't know what you're looking for. So if he doesn't know what he's looking for, then all this stuff can be happening in the background, and he hasn't got a clue about it.
That's true.
So, like, if she's doing something with the multiverse and, like, it's just starting to split and little pieces are coming through, like a Doc Ock from the Raimi and Electro from the TASM, little fissures like that probably wouldn't catch his eye. Or like maybe he's cottoned on to the fact that things are coming through, he doesn't know how.
Yeah, he's trying to figure out, and by the end of the movie, he's like, this makes sense now. God damn it, Wanda, I gotta go get you. Which might also then explain why she's not in Spider-Man 3. So
I'm 100% putting money on that she is.
Do you?
Well, I don't... You don't have her be the setup and then her not be in the second act of this arc.
Yeah.
It might not be a big thing. I bet she's in it at some point. Because she's played coy with it as well.
Yeah, she has.
If I am, they haven't told me. It's just like, they have. You know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, don't pull a Gwyneth Paltrow on us, because we know she actually did not know what she was in. Or the fact she's met Sebastian Stan a dozen times and has no idea who he is yet.
See, Paltrow's only like that because the candles keep exploding.
Oh,
You take exploding vagina candles to the face a few times, and you're gonna forget some stuff.
oh, this isn't even the insanity of the comic book universe. We're just talking about facts here, so there you go.
This is things that happen in real life. It's crazy. Yeah, I bet in Wonders in it.
Yeah,
Maybe not for long. I don't think Doctor Strange is going to be in the movie for long either.
mm-hmm.
But I reckon like a post-credit or a mid-credit, she's in there.
I could see that honestly as well, and it's one of these things where, I mean, the movies are going to start rolling out soon, so we got to get down to this point, and the whole multiverse thing is like, it's a major factor going forward, quite clearly, and you would think that maybe Sony will make it out on time, but then they still haven't bumped Venom as of this recording, which is supposed to come out in like, what, 3 months?
Yeah.
But Morbius got bumped. Like, I'm expecting Spider-Man to get another delay, honestly. I don't see why they haven't announced it yet, because there's no way in my mind that it's coming out this December. Like,
See, I think December's it's not easy to call like it was last year.
Yeah.
I was like, oh no, by December we're fine. I was like, no, we're clearly not going to be fine by December. Like, open your eyes a little bit. This December, it's like, if the vaccine goes well, if the EU as well starts playing about the vaccine and actually starts trying to help people, then everything should be fine, I imagine.
Yeah.
By then, but we'll just have to wait and see on it. But yeah, because I'm convinced Wanda's in this, 100%. They've never met before, so you could just have her literally show up when they're trying to figure out what's going on, and it's just like, I might have made a mistake. I am new at this. I didn't mean for that thing exactly to happen.
Yeah.
You see, I was trying to find my kids. They're out there somewhere. My real and fake children. And yeah, I might have not learned how to close the door yet. And you play it that way.
Well, I suppose we'll find out soon. Hopefully they'll confirm some of these details that we all want to know soon, but we still gotta wait for those damn trailers. So
it's Sony. They'll show the end of the movie in a trailer.
Oh yeah, they're gonna pull a Snyder on this one. Just here you go. Why?
Or they'll just drop the trailer will just be the full movie on YouTube.
We can hope. We can hope. Man, this 79 gig upload in 8K is taking forever. What's up with this trailer? Whoops, that's the entire movie. Sony.
It'd be like Wolverine Origins. It's just unfinished CGI. Couple of storyboards thrown in.
It's too bad that Origins, that unfinished version, was actually superior because you got more entertainment out of seeing it. Oh, well, I suppose that's brought us to the end of this. So what a time indeed. What a time. Ah, my God. It's been a week. Now we got so much content coming at us over the next couple of days. It's gonna be a lot to see how this rolls out. Yeah. Hopefully everybody listening to this has already watched those products we mentioned. First episode, Snyder Cut.
Snyder Cut, which I'm really this last week has really piqued my interest on that movie.
Same. Yep.
Despite the final trailer literally spoiling the cameo.
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
I was interested the entire time because I just want to see how different it is. But now people I trust are like, dude, it's good. I'm like, huh. Okay. All right.
I'm sitting here thinking this thing's actually good. Yeah. They actually the madman actually pulled it off. Right. But the other half of me is going, well, Wonder Woman 84 had really good reviews before it came out, and then that thing tanked. So, but then this thing keeps going up every time I look at the Rotten Tomatoes score. So
yeah, that's really interesting as well, because typically it goes down.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it's a 78. Last I checked, it was like 74. So.
Huh. Yeah. So it's definitely interesting how it's going about, but tomorrow's my big indicator.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I'm watching it either way.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, but I'm watching that thing like a hawk just to see if it does tank. But...
Yeah. Oh, well, that's going to be the thing because we're going to do chapter by chapter commentaries. So, it's going to be interesting to see how this folds out, what that's going to look like, and what the plans are and everything. So, yeah, I'm just excited to finally get this, to the people that want it, the people that, there's a degree of that fan base that deserves this because there's some nice people out there, and every fan base has some bad apples in it, which obviously they become the most vocal. But I'm so glad for like friends I know that are like, I just want good DC movies, and it's like, oh, this sounds like the thing you wanted. Like, I'm happy for them, like.
Yeah. I'd say it's to everyone that's not a toxic piece of trash,
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Yep.
Everyone else, you don't deserve anything. As simple as that. And if you get offended at that and you never done anything, then that's your problem. But
that's how it goes, though. There's always the bad ones in the fan base, but
yeah. And at least Falcon and Winter Soldier sounds to be longer than WandaVision.
yes.
So
Yes.
no, that it's still not an hour. I think it's like 40 odd minutes, but
yeah, 45 to 55 minutes at the highest. Which honestly, again, that works, right? Like that's
And so even if it's starting at like the 40-minute mark, by the end it's going to be roughly an hour. That's how they always play it. It's always longer at the end.
Well, I suppose it's going to be like, to see how this all plays out, you need more time with these characters. Because again, WandaVision had a certain style, right? Like, you couldn't break that format with the type of show you were copying. But this is, again, it's back to form. This is like the Falcon and Winter Soldier. It's like an extension of the movies directly. So focus on that. Which suppose it'll be good, hopefully. Well, by the time people listen to this, they should know, and by the time they're listening to this on the main channel, our audio commentary's up, so you should go check that out. We probably have a lot of thoughts on it. So, I guess until next week, we'll catch you all later.